Begos. Throw it straight over to you guys. We've got a limited amount of time. We've only got a limited amount of these special cards. So make them good. Mr. Man on the front. Shout it out.
Thank you for coming back. It is so good to see you again. I saw the encore screening of Almost Human, which you introduced the next day after, and I noticed very pronounced, and still present in this, but less pronounced, in Almost Human, every single killing was done differently. There was a shotgun, there was a rifle, there was a handgun, there was a machete, there was rocks. Was that something you said, we want to do this, and the script grew out of that, or was that something you tried to work into the story?
I totally tried to work it into the story, and with this movie particularly, there was like a couple of kills. I wanted every single kill to be different, but then it's just like, all right, we've got 80 minutes, and we got to do this kill. So it's like, all right, I know this works, just do this, just do it. So it's sort of like it came down to that. But I would love, like, for instance, High Tension is one of my favorite slashers of all time, and every single fucking kill in High Tension is so complex and so fucking good and so hard. So that's what I strive for. Obviously, I'm not as, you know, I didn't make as good a movie as High Tension, but like that's kind of like my basis, you know. That was a movie that, as a kid, I fucking grew up loving, and I kind of had to work that slasher out with these movies.
All right, next one. Man in the middle was a bit thing.
Hi Joe, great movie, thanks for bringing it. Great music by Steve Moore from Zombie.
Oh, he's fucking
Is he like your pal?
Actually, like, so here's the funny thing is, I've been a big fan of Zombie, and I was like, God, I would love to get Zombie to do my fucking movie. And then, of course, the guest comes out, and Adam was like, oh, I got Zombie to do my But I emailed Steve right when I was about to go do this movie, and I was like, hey, dude, I fucking love your music. You are seriously the best synth composer out there. I would love to do this movie. And he goes, oh, this is weird timing. I just watched Almost Human 2 nights ago, and I loved it. And I'm like, oh, fucking God. And like, we had a super low budget for this, and he was totally down for it, and he fucking gave it his all. And I don't think he was expecting to watch the raw cut and there be 85 minutes of wall-to-wall music.
Yeah.
But, you know, he pulled through and fucking killed it.
Amazing, yeah.
Thank you, man.
Man with the first one. Sean.
I remember in Almost Human, it was set in 1979, if I'm not mistaken.
89.
89, sorry, 1989. And this one was set in 91. So,
Yep.
And I think you said last time it was to do with modern films that doing too much use of cell phones and stuff like that. Was that another reason for setting in the 90s? Or
Yeah, well, the town, I actually shot both the movies in the town that I grew up in, and that town has not advanced in technology. So it almost just makes sense. And one of my favorite horror movies is Pet Sematary, and I feel like you can watch Pet Sematary nowadays and it feels current and timeless at the same time, just because they shot in a location that's fucking like the town I grew up in, where it's not advancing at all. And I love that aesthetic about movies where it's timeless, and you don't need to explain why there's no cell phones, you don't need to explain why all the buildings are shitty, you don't need to explain why there's no fucking cops around. So I just love that aesthetic. It almost feels like a Stephen King story, just automatically setting it in the woods in the middle of nowhere. It feels like a fucking Stephen King story, and that's what I really like about that aesthetic. So that was kind of my choice. I really want to shoot a movie in like a sleazy downtown city for my next movie, just to switch it up. But I love shooting in the middle of nowhere, off the radar, where nobody can fucking bother you, or you know, it's good.
Man,
Can you tell us a little bit how you got Larry Fessenden involved?
Yeah, Larry Fessenden was recommended to me. My friend Mickey Keating, who made the movie Pod and Darling and Carnage Park, fucking great director. He's worked with Larry Fessenden like 4 times now. So I was like, Mickey, you got to introduce me to Larry. I want him in my movie. And I cast him as the sheriff originally. And for about 3 weeks, he's going to be the sheriff. And time kept going on. And I was like, you know what? How fucking awesome would Fessenden be as the dad? You know, he's got 3 fucking kids of his, he's got 2 kids of his own, and he knows, like, it feels natural. For him, it's like, it's always Larry's a cop, or he's like a creep, or he's a weirdo. Why doesn't he just be this single, down-to-earth, beer-drinking dad? And I told him, I was like, Larry, you are Dennis Hopper from True Romance. And he goes, all right, man. And he fucking killed it. So, not only, you know, did I write the role from hoping he would do the tiny role of the sheriff, but then he fucking knocked out of the park as an even bigger role. I feel like he honestly anchors the movie because everybody can orbit around him, and he's like this just sense of reason in the movie, and he does it so fucking well.
you were saying earlier that you told the studios to go fuck themselves, and was there much of a difference between the initial concept and what was essentially?
No, this is the script that I had. You know, I really wish I wanted like $1.5 million to do it. And nobody would really give it to me. And we shot this movie for like 7 weeks. Nobody told me, you know, everybody was like, you can't shoot a movie in 7 weeks. And I was like, well, look at all these fucking effects. We need 7 weeks. And I actually had the opportunity to make this movie for $1 million. And the producer literally said to me, I think you will be better off making this movie on your own for 1/3 of the budget without us involved. And we went and fucking made the movie. They were going to give me 20 days, and we shot the movie for 37 with like 1/3 of the price. So as you can tell, they just completely waste money in ways that are unimaginable. So it's really a goddamn pay, really. Paul.
Oversaturated with like possession films and things like that. The site stuff's no very explored that much anymore.
Yeah.
Was it just an idea that popped into your head? Was that your favorite subgenre?
Well, it is a favorite subgenre, and I feel like it hasn't been done in a while. The way that I try to explain it is like when, you know, I love Scanners. It's one of my favorite movies. And when you think about Scanners, it seems like this big action-packed telekinetic gore fest, and then you watch it, and it's a great movie, but like it's so few and far between. And I feel like the sequels, because they were direct-to-video sequels, always dropped the ball on that. And it's just like I always thought, you know, my entire life, it's like imagine if somebody had the budget of Aliens to make a sequel to Scanners, and like that to me would be the ultimate telekinetic fucking, you know, gore fest movie. So my entire life, I was like, I just wish that movie existed. So with my meager budget, I attempted to, you know, recreate what I wanted to see, but that's kind of where the idea stemmed from. Is I just feel like, you know, whenever movies are done like this, they're done like something like Chronicle, or it's just not done in the aesthetic that appeals to me. And I feel like there hasn't been, you know, a telekinetic movie that's like fucking Maniac. So that's kind of where the idea stemmed from. And originally, the home invasion was supposed to open the movie, and then it was going to be the end scene, and now it's just like the middle where I placed all these set pieces around it. But yeah,
you choose.
You don't explain how Travis lost his eye, but do you have a backstory in mind?
Yeah, we were actually going to shoot a story where he was just being insubordinate, and one of the injection syringes got jammed into his eye, blowing out his vision, and the fact that he only has one eye, yet his telekinetic abilities became so much stronger was kind of an anchor around why they wanted him to become part of, you know, like part of the team for a second, part of the team. But I mean, I just wanted the movie to be as short as possible. So, you know, we kind of got down to business. We actually never even shot that part either.
Thank you for not holding back on the door for the free. So it's like, a lot of people got back to you on that.
Yeah.
My question was, part of the audition process for your TV roles, was part of the criteria how well their veins popped out in the
Ram, who is an almost human, he just has that ability. He was in Reanimated, the musical, which is where I first met him. And he just has that ability to make his eyes bulge and his veins blow up. And that was actually part of the reason why I just have to make this movie so independently, is because I wrote the lead role for Grant, because he's got those giant fucking bug eyes. And when he's hanging up in the air and the blood's spewing out of him and the veins popping out, there's no makeup in there. He just has blood in his mouth, and that's all him. So I wrote the role for him, and everybody's like, who the fuck's Graham Skipper? You know, you gotta cast this guy and this guy. And it's just like, no, I wrote this role for Graham. He's gotta be the telekinetic. And then Lauren Ashley Carter is somebody who I've always had in mind, but I didn't have her in mind when I was writing the script. And something that came to my mind once I met Ashley and realized how amazing of an actress she is, it's like, God damn, they can be brother and sister. But I was too lazy to rewrite the script to make it happen. So.
Two more. That man there.
And man, I really like the movie, especially a lot of effects. I'm just wondering if there's any that were particularly challenging to do, and if you had any personal favourite out of the movie.
The most challenging was probably when the body exploded, because we had to do that entire scene with the car flipping and them going up in the air and the fire and the body exploding all in one day, and we had about 11 hours of nighttime. So that was a real big pain in the ass, because it started snowing, and then it wasn't snowing, and then it was raining, and then it wasn't raining, so I just had to shoot it. And if you notice now, it fucking drives me insane every time I watch it, but sometimes there's shots where there's no snow, and then there's snow falling. That was by far the most difficult. And then the sun was coming up and we blew up the body, and I was told an hour before we blew up the body I had no permit. So the special effects guy was like, I'm not doing it. So I said, all right, well, give me the guy. It was literally like a fucking Warner Brothers, like you had to go like this to blow it up. You had to push it. So the guy gives it to me, and I'm like, dude, I'll push it and I'll get arrested. I don't give a fuck. And we had 2 cops blocking off the road. Both were passed out, fucking dead asleep, that we were paying like 3 times overtime to. These fucking lazy pieces of shit. They're lame. And I'm like, just give me the fucking thing. So I blow it up. We blow up 4 pounds of dynamite. This entire fucking thing blows up. Fucking, the cameras literally blow out. The batteries go off. And then we end the night, and the cops had no idea we even blew anything up. So I was going to pay $3,000 for a permit that I didn't fucking need. But ultimately, it worked out. But while I was doing that scene, I was getting chest pains because I thought that it wasn't going to work out. But it's happening.
That man there.
Are we going to... I love the score. I thought it was brilliant. I know somebody mentioned that before, but are we going to be able to buy that as
thankfully,
a separate?
It's part of Zombie, who's part of Relapse Records, who's a great fucking record label, and part of our deal, which I had no issue with this, they said, if you want Steve to score this movie, it's mandatory that we put out a 2 LP set of all the music. All right. So as far as I know now, we're going to try to coordinate a 2-disc CD release and a 2 LP set when the movie actually hits Blu-ray, and Relapse will be later this year. So yeah, it's in the cards, definitely going to happen.
Excellent, thank you.
So Joe, distribution-wise, what's going on with the movie, both US, UK? Tell us.
US and UK, we both have distributors. Well, US we definitely have a distributor for. Hasn't been announced yet. UK, we're talking to a really cool distributor. As a genre fan, you guys won't be disappointed. Hopefully we can announce it in a couple weeks, but I think it's going to come out end of summer maybe. So yeah, keep an eye out and hopefully tell your friends.
And what's next for you? What do you hope to do?
I don't know, whatever somebody's gonna give me money for. I wrote a fucking super brutal satanic summer camp movie. I have a super brutal. Maybe that, and then I have a really brutal time travel movie that's like The Fly meets Looper meets fucking Evil Dead 2. I don't know. And then I got like a really low budget crime fucking horror movie I really want to make. So honestly, it depends whatever somebody gives me the money for. But whatever I get the money for first, I'm gonna make, and hopefully I'll be back here a lot sooner. But fuck, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you. He'll be here tomorrow. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the